Hi, I'm Laura. I have not been around on YouTube much or not for long, but believe it or not, I have been doing art for quite some time. Since fifth grade, I won't count how many years ago that actually was, but let me tell you, I have been doing art for quite some time. You can also check out my Instagram, TikTok, by the way. I'm just doing some advertisement here, but what I was thinking about actually was what would I tell my former self when I was starting with art? Since, yeah, some years have passed, I think that I did have one or two experiences, and I think I can put myself into the shoes of someone who was just starting out and remember how scary that was sometimes. So, yeah, here are three things that I would tell myself when I was just starting out with art. First things first, when you start out, your art isn't the best. Like, you know what I mean? You just starting out. You're training, you're learning. Objectively speaking, you're in a phase where you haven't perfect skills yet. And you will be at a stage where you will be comparing yourself a lot with other artists. And that is totally fine since you need to learn, you need people to aspire to, you need to see other people's art to learn. That is important. What I wish I could tell myself back then is that there is a lot of work even behind the people that seem so perfect right now. You're looking at someone who has 20 years experience or whatsoever, and for some reason I didn't really grasp that. I didn't really realize that there goes so much work behind it. I kind of assumed that those were natural talents. I mean, sure, there probably are some natural gifted kids out there, don't let me lie, but I am very sure, and I can tell that with a lot of confidence right now, that most of these artists have put a lot of effort in improving their skills, and there goes a lot of work behind that, and it's not impossible. That is also something I will tell myself. This is probably something you can reach. I'm not at that level yet, not yet at all. But I have improved a lot, and if I were to show my former self my art skills that I have right now, I'm pretty sure she would be proud, surprised, and maybe it would motivate her. I just remember thinking that it's impossible to ever reach that. Which brings me to my second point. The question arises then, yeah, if she was bad at art or whatsoever, why did she even continue? Yeah, it was hard at times, but I remember I had so much fun. I just really had fun doing it and visualizing my concepts, the things I had in my head, bringing them to life on paper and improving my skills and seeing myself getting better. If you have been doing art for some time, you will remember that you have quite a lot of big steps in the beginning. You have big steps of improving time by time since you learn anatomy and so on. To me, it sometimes feels like if you have been doing art for quite some time, the longer you're into it, the harder it gets, or yeah, the smaller these steps of improvement become. But those steps still don't become any less important. So don't let you be demotivated or anything by that. I'm just trying to say that you have big steps of improvement in the beginning, and that still takes a lot of motivation to keep continuing. You need a lot of patience. And what really brought me through all of this is the fun of it. Never forget to have fun during the process. Without it, I wouldn't have come to where I am today. It's totally something that brought me to the point where I am right now, not thinking of art just as work and really keeping the fun of it. That is what I would tell everyone. Yeah. And the third point is the famous art style. I could probably do a whole video on that. If you want a video on that, let me know. But yeah, so keeping it short, it's not all about the art style. Especially in the beginning, you should even try, in my opinion, to explore as much as you can, go into different directions and see, does this style fit me? Does this style fit me? It's not even just a matter of style, it's about learning about different ways of art. Only if you have found out what different ways of drawing there are out there, you can actually decide what your art style is. At least that was the way for me. I didn't have a consistent art style, anything. And I still don't think I really do have one, but obsessing over the idea of having an art style, especially for social media, is something that demotivated me sometimes. So yeah, my advice to my former self or whoever is starting out with art and seeing all these amazing artists with their unique art style, I would tell her to not obsess over these things. They will come with time. Practice, yeah, practice is important, but don't forget the fun of it. Do aspire, do look at other artists, take inspiration and learn from them, but don't dig yourself into a hole where, yeah, you think you can come out of it because you can. You are able to reach all of this. Great, so these were the three things I will tell my former self. If you are interested in any elaborations on any of these topics, please let me know in the comments. And also let me know your experience. Are you a new artist? Are you, I don't know, have you been doing it for a few years or are you really, yeah, a long time artist? Let me know your feedback on these points and your additions. If you want any points that I might have missed, let me also know. Yeah, I wish you a nice day and see you again.